Hello, everyone. I'm Sign1News anchor Martha Anger. Here's a quick look at the top trending stories making headlines today. If you post an interesting comment during this update, we may add it at the bottom of the screen. Parents, listen up. The CDC's vaccine advisors are set to vote tomorrow on emergency use authorization of Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine for kids 5 to 11 years old. Then the CDC director is expected to officially recommend it, which means kids could be getting their shots as soon as Wednesday. But one problem. Only about a fourth of parents say they'll get their kids vaccinated right away. And 2/3 say they're worried it could affect their child's future fertility. Medical experts say there is nothing in the vaccine data to suggest that could happen. Here is some grim breaking news this evening. The number of people who have died from COVID-19 worldwide has just surpassed 5 million. The global tally of deaths from Johns Hopkins University is now officially 5,425,000. The highest toll in the world is the U.S., with more than 766,000 deaths, followed by Brazil with 608,000 and India with 458,000. A disturbing crime on the campus of George Washington University is being described as an act of anti-Semitism. Police say someone broke in and vandalized the Tau Kappa Epsilon fraternity house over the weekend and desecrated a Torah scroll. The blue powder you see there is laundry detergent. The fraternity's president said there was a Bible in the room too, but only the Torah was vandalized, which is why he believes it was a hate crime. Now, DC police are investigating, and the fraternity has asked the Anti-Defamation League to look into the incident as well. This is a big week for the Supreme Court and for the future of abortion in the state of Texas. Today, the court heard arguments in 2 cases challenging the Texas law that bans abortions after 6 weeks in most cases. One case was filed by abortion providers and the other by the Justice Department. But both say the law conflicts with Roe v. Wade, which legalized abortion nationwide. Today's arguments will focus on the unusual construction of the law, which allows private citizens from any state to enforce it, but not Texas law officials. The COP26 climate summit opened today in Glasgow, Scotland, to discuss the nature of the climate crisis and what needs to be done about it. This is video of the 120 world leaders from a range of countries gathering for the first day, including U.S. President Joe Biden. While Biden is overseas, back home on Capitol Hill, Democrats are indicating that Biden's spending bills that address infrastructure, and climate change appear to be gaining support and are getting closer to becoming law, possibly this week. One of Hollywood's biggest stars, actor Will Smith, is opening up about his mental health and more in a new YouTube docuseries entitled Will Smith, The Best Shape of My Life. It will debut online November 8th. In the trailer, Smith is briefly seen wiping tears from his eyes, discussing a dark time in his life, even discussing that he once contemplated suicide. The release on YouTube is set to coincide with the publication of the Hollywood star's memoir, due in bookstores November 9th. Tesla founder and CEO Elon Musk says he is willing to donate $6 billion to end world hunger after David Beasley, the director of the United Nations World Food Program, said $6 billion would help 42 million people around the world suffering from famine. But Musk said Beasley must provide and prove how the money would be spent to solve the problem. That's when Beasley later said $6 billion would actually not end world hunger, but prevent political instability, mass migration, and save 42 million people on the brink of starvation. Beasley also invited Musk, who is the richest man in the world, to sit down with him to look at the numbers and work out a plan to solve the famine crisis. What do you think? Can global famine be solved with money? Tell me what you think. Sign1News will be broadcasting live updates Monday through Friday. Then this Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, join us for a live panel of diverse guests to discuss the hot topics of the week. Again, be sure to post your thoughts and comments at any time during any of the live shows. We might even share your comment. A big thank you to our Sign1News app supporters. You help make this broadcast happen. You can download the Sign1News app by heading to the App Store or Google Play Store on your smartphone. And you can also watch on Apple TV, Apple Watch, Amazon, and Roku.